Hello, welcome back to take 2 of Make and Break for today. Had a little bit of audio trouble, we're back. Today I am making some slot machines. Probably just one slot machine, but the idea is to make multiple. Fun fact, I already started making slot machines, and I got pretty far in the way through it, and I was like, wait, hold on, I want to do it live. Like, this is a good idea, and I wasn't satisfied with the product I made, so I just wanted to restart live. To catch everybody up on what I said before I restarted stream, had a great breakfast. We got Jello J here. We got Simo here. We're just hanging out. Got a real crew. Okay, so I'm gonna make a collection called Old, and we're gonna pop this on over here. Oh, also, if anybody sees any smoke drifting by stream today, I have an incense going. This little guy right here, got him going. We have just an annoying amount of flies in the house. So, no, my house is not on fire. I am not burning anything other than an incense, but just needed. They're like the little tiny gnats, and they are just driving me nuts. Anyway, so we're making a slot machine. So, the goal today, we're making a slot machine. The main reason we're making a slot machine is because I became super obsessed with slot machines recently. I've been playing Phantasy Star Online 2, as everybody probably knows by now. I've said it 1,000 times. Sorry for being annoying. But I've been playing that, and there's some slot machines in the game, and I've been playing them a lot. I've gotten in the tradition of jumping up the slot machine on PSO and just starting an anime or like a long YouTube video or something and just kind of going. Just losing myself to it. So I don't have an affinity towards slot machines, but in the context of playing a game, absolutely. I had a mini slot machine piggy bank? How does that work? Like if you get like 7s, you get to draw your money? Okay, so when you're looking at a slot machine, there's a couple of things that you got to keep in mind. The biggest thing is it's divided into thirds. This is the thing that I struggled with when I first started making this. Before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and grab just the top of it and bring it in a little bit. The reason I'm doing this is if we put a bunch of slot machines next to each other, there's going to be a gap here. And I want to make a nice little gap so everything slots together. I might make that base stick out a little bit, but we'll see. You basically got it right. Yeah, it seems a little counterintuitive to saving money, but what do I know, right? We're going to want to edge slide these guys. Where is it? Edge slide. There we go. Maybe it's fine the way it is. Okay, so here is my goal. I'm going to pop on 2 of these guys. This actually looks so small. Hold on. This is too small. We're going to do it like that. Sure. Help not spending money if you don't get the 7s. What if you're really lucky, though? What if you're getting the 7s, like, every time? Is it the point that you mostly lose money with slot machines so you end up saving that way? I mean, that's true. It just seems a little strange to me. Alright, so bear with me. I'm kind of just working on autopilot here for a second. Getting back to where I was the first time. Because I got pretty far along the process before I was like, wait a second. I want to restart. Gamifying saving money. We live in a world where eventually everything is going to be gamified. It's not going to take long until everything is a game. Okay, so I am just going to do this. We're going to clamp overlap, go for it, and we're looking good. So this is going to be like a little tray you're going to see what I'm going to do with it in a little bit here. But basically, this is where you put your coins. There's going to be a slot here, and you can flick it like you're playing finger hockey. And there'll be like maybe a cup holder or something as well here. But we're getting there. Something that is kind of been driving me nuts about this is trying to think about the world in which this exists in. The world that I'm kind of designing this game and multiple games for is not... It's not very capitalistic. There's definitely capitalistic elements of it, but it's not very capitalistic. And so when you start thinking about gambling in a world that's not capitalistic, it gets kind of weird. It gets like real weird. So I'm doing my best to like think about what gambling looks like here. And it's honestly kind of difficult. So I'm just doing my best not to like blow myself out and like overthink this. And you know, I just want to make a little slot machine. That's all we're doing today. We're just making a nice little slot machine. We're not thinking about all that crazy stuff. Dual bits? What is dual bits? What does that mean? Okay, so this guy, you're going to be rounded. And then we're going to merge all these guys together. Online gambling website? Whoa. Is that like common knowledge? Is that a thing? I've never heard of that. Dual bits. Has slots, blackjack, etc. Odd. Online gambling to me is definitely like one of the weirder things in the world. Because it's kind of like, at that point, just go for it, right? Just go gamble. I guess if you don't have a casino near you. Suppose I didn't think about that part, but just seems a little weird to me. All right, so we're going to go ahead and merge everything down to 9 here, or COVID. Okay, I don't want to be like a jerk or anything, but I'm pretty sure people who gamble don't care about COVID. At least people who gamble regularly. If you're doing it like you're going to Vegas for a weekend or whatever, sure, I get it. But like, most people that gamble, they don't care. They're gambling with their life. Okay, so this is a little area. Maybe that's insensitive towards people that gamble. I don't know. I don't understand really like the appeal of gambling myself. As somebody who grew up in a household where like saving money was very incentivized, I don't totally understand gambling. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab just a couple of pieces here, and we're going to really sell this idea. I think what we want to do... Same, I am baffled by it too. Yeah, just... It's like fun in a video game, right? Like, in Phantasy Star, like I said, I've been playing a lot of the slots. And it's... One, it's fake money, so like, who cares? Two, statistically, you always win. Like statistically, if you have like 3,000 coins or whatever you want to call them, and you gamble for 10 minutes, you'll have 300 or 3,100, right? You always like go positive because it's a game and they don't lose actual money by doing that. In the real world, I don't really know. That seems bad. That seems really not cool. Also, I can't believe this is a Harris Heller podcast, or a playlist. This sounds so different. I get that it's an addiction, gives people the hype, but other than that, I got no clue. I wonder how you treat gambling. Like, do you treat gambling genuinely? This is going to sound like a joke, and maybe I'm kind of joking a little bit, but, like, genuinely. Do you treat gambling addictions by, like, getting people to play video games? Like, would you be like, hey, I know you're into this. Try this. And you give them a game? Because I think that's how I would treat it. You'd have to find the right game, I suppose. Like Hearthstone or something, right? Something with an RNG element. Honestly, Hearthstone might be a good way to get rid of gambling, especially with like opening card packs and stuff. I think I'm onto something. I think I'm here. I'm gonna go into becoming a doctor now. I'm done streaming. I'm actually gonna be a doctor now, and I'm gonna treat gambling addiction. Sorry, later, folks. Okay, so the likelihood that anybody can poke their head in here and see this, very unlikely, I would argue. We're gonna do it like that. And I believe that is the hole that you toss your coins into. So I'm gonna have to put like some sort of thing in it. Video games can be a serious addiction as well. Oh, I get that. Like, but that's like saying soda is a lethal addiction, which it is. But they treat smoking with like sweets, right? Like, you can adopt one over another. But then again, they do treat some... Yeah, exactly. I am a very anti-addiction kind of person. I don't really get addiction personally. Like, I'm not addicted to things. So I kind of have a hard time sympathizing. Not that I don't want to sympathize. I'm not trying to be cruel to anybody, but I'm just not... I'm not in that culture. I don't really get, like, stuck on things. I don't really get it. Also, I am kind of rethinking this. Bear with me. I've made a little mistake. We're going to go ahead and do some SY0. That's not what I wanted. Some people just have an addictive personality trait. Sadly, it runs in my family. Okay, so I guess the question is, do either of you have any addictions that you're willing to share? This is a no judgment zone. We're not gonna make it a big thing. We're not gonna try and act like, you know, whatever. Just curious, you know, are people addicted to things? Realistically, I think my biggest addiction has always been sugar. I'm a bit of a sweet tooth myself, and it's hard to quantify what is and is not an addiction because, like, if I will myself, I'm good. I don't eat it. I don't need sugar, I'm fine, whatever. But naturally I'm very attracted to it. So I do have it fairly often if I'm like not checking myself, which I think counts as an addiction. I'm pretty sure that's like exactly what an addiction is. I'm trying to quit vaping. I'm cutting out sugar too. Vaping? I would have never thought that you vaped. That seems so different from like the way that you present yourself. Is vaping like common in Canada? It's like surprisingly common here in Florida. It sort of just came out of nowhere and now everybody vapes. Okay, so I did this. Why did I do this, right? Why did I just undo the work that I just did? That's a good question. The real reason I just undid all of this is so I can go SZ0, and then I can grab this bevel right here. Actually, I'm debating this. I'm debating this one right here. I think we want to dissolve this face, and I'm hoping this isn't going to destroy our geometry. If I go like this... Yeah, this will work. Perfect. That is absolutely perfect. And then we'll go back and extend this back to the way that it was. We should be good. No one ever would think that of me. Lots of people smoke cigs here, but it seems to be dropping, which is good. Vaping seems to be big here, but it's also dropping. Interesting. Were you smoking cigarettes before you vaped, or was it just straight to vape? I think we're going to call it right there. Oh, I do have a creative challenge for everybody. If anybody is interested in flexing their creativity today, I have a challenge for you all. When you're gambling, you have those like icons, right? The suits on the cards, the cherries, the sevens, the bar, the diamond, all that sort of stuff. I'm gonna need some symbols to throw into this slot machine. Something just to sort of strike it, make it look very Vegas, whatever you want to call it. I was with vape, then into cigs for 2 to 3 years, and then vaping. Got it. Started smoking young, hung out with the wrong crowd. I know a cool fish with a gun that could go on there. Alright. Joe wants to see fish with gun on our slots. So, you know what? You'll get it. I took a couple of notes before stream today. I have a really cool idea for how this is going to work. So, I don't know how much graphic design I'm going to do today. It's definitely not my expertise, but I might make some cool little graphics for this this slot machine if we get time. Theoretically, that could be what I quick sketch today, but we'll take it by ear. I don't want to sort of put words in anybody's mouth. Whatever anybody wants to see is what people are going to see, so we'll just do it there. Fish with gun would be different. Definitely would be different. It would definitely look pretty weird. There we go. That'll do. And then I just got to put a pole right there. This is going to be the crank where the coin goes in. Look at Joe being so sweet. Are you going to go with the classic, or is there some sort of specific stuff you want to throw in there? I think I specifically don't want to go with the classics. I think I want to make it as weird, quote-unquote, as possible. I'm not sure what that means yet. I'm still getting there, but yeah, the less normal, the better, for sure. I mean, you know me at this point. Weird's the name of the game. We're gonna go GY, and we're just gonna hit that perfectly right there. Swap bar out with remesh. Oh, bar with remesh. Oh, I love that. That's actually really funny. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay. I could see that working. Okay, so just to sort of sell the idea to you guys, I have an innovation on slot machines that is out of this world. As somebody who's been playing too many slots lately, here is my innovation. There's going to be 3x3 on the grid. Right? 3x3. The middle three are going to have dual symbols that represent the highest value and the lowest value, the second highest and the second lowest, the third highest and the third lowest. So the middle can almost be kind of like, oh, I'm gonna get it. It's almost like reassurance that you're gonna get the right symbol. So it'll play a little bit with expectations to see a big mishmash of symbols. So that's the goal. If I'm just completely revealing my Grandmaster Evil plan here, I'm thinking about trying to make a slot machine game and just like doing it by itself real quick in Unreal and releasing it as just like a little tiny game, just as a proof of concept. So I think my first game might actually end up being a slot machine. We'll see how hard it is for me to program. The programming aspect of things is turning out to be a lot less hard than I thought it was. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. I mean, I do have a background in coding, so I suppose it shouldn't be that big of a deal, but it is interesting just to see that it's coming together now. Okay, so this looks like a decent enough slot machine to me. I'm gonna have to put a leg hole in here, but let's go ahead and finally do this, this. It's not connecting the way I want it to. So this is what I ran. This is a problem I ran into the first time I tried this. every time I would try and bevel it, it would bevel only a tiny amount. That's actually pretty decent. I don't hate that. That's a good amount of bevel. That's actually perfect. Cool. That's going to be our bevel. Really nice, really clean. Excellent. That looks so nice. My friend is a programmer. He's helped me with a lot in the past with projects. What kind of stuff do they work on? Are they into game design? Just to kind of put this energy out there, I'm not sure I'm ready to really work with, like, programmers yet. Just because I don't think I have enough, like, substance to provide to other people. But I think I'm getting there, and I'm feeling more and more confident. Okay, we're going to try and fix this up a little bit. He's creating a game right now. He says his game should be ready by early summer. That's awesome. If all goes well, I'm hoping that this game, or not this game, but the main game that I've been working on, I hope that'll be ready before the end of the year. That's the big goal for me. I mean, ultimately, it's just a bunch of assets, and it's going to be, like, mostly about realizing how those assets mesh together. But nonetheless, I still want it to be a good experience. So, is that going to work? Looks a little janky for me. Why does that look so weird? That part looks perfect. This part. You know what? It's probably good that that part stays flat. Just to really emphasize how important that slot right there is. Ingons? Yeah. I can't even tell you. So I tried this twice. I tried to make this mesh twice and just ran into so many weird issues. So I'm just kind of going for it today. And if it's terrible, I guess I'll just silently be upset. Okay, so that we can't dissolve. What is all this? Why is there a bunch of this stuff? Back. Get out of here. What if we just do this top portion? Why is that one doing this? Oh, it's because of that guy. Okay, get rid of you. And now we do it, and we're looking good. That all meshes correctly there, so now I can just grab you, and we will fix all of this in a little bit. Realistically, I think I am safe to go like this, and this. Oh, please ignore what I'm currently doing. Just don't look at it. It doesn't exist. If you don't look at it, it doesn't exist. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. It looks perfect. Nothing weird going on here. This is it. This is fine. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking I probably want to redo this. How I want to redo it is a different question. This is going to be a real struggle. This whole mesh is going to be a real struggle. I struggled with it offline when I was giving myself infinite time, and now here I am live. If I just start by removing those... Oh, it won't even let us... Hey, there we go. Looks a little bit better. Okay. That can work, and then we'll pull a guy up here. Like that. And now I'm going to grab all of these, and just please don't pay attention to this. This doesn't exist. We're not doing this. That didn't go in the center the way I wanted it to. We're gonna go right there. And, hey, look at him. He looks perfect. Nothing weird here. But then again, I have been going in the direction of accepting bad topology in my hard surface stuff just by using booleans. Like, I think the big takeaway with pretty much every piece of art in the world is there's always more work that you need to do. Like, nothing's ever done, right? So you're always doing more and more and more and more work, which is annoying. It's not my favorite thing about art, but, you know, it never finishes. And so at some point, you just gotta do it. You just gotta get it done. And if it looks terrible, then fix it, however you have to. But you can't just not work on things just because you're having trouble with, like, topology or shading or this or that. There's a point where it has to get done, so just do it. Talking about that, I'm looking at this composition. You know what? This is cool. This whole thing is just going to be advertising, so that's fine. This will work. So I'm going to go ahead and do ourselves one favor, and we're going to pop... we're going to inset this. Actually, we're not going to inset it. We're going to do a line right here. And then that leaves me room to push this guy in. And I'm just going to go ahead and remove the bottom faces. They don't exist. They don't matter anyway. Until we poke a hole in here, we're never going to see them. So it just exists like this in its own little continuum there. And then I'll go ahead and just round all this stuff out. And then we should be set. So this should be able just to go like that. Which that didn't work the way I wanted it to. They really are trying to mess up all of my meshes, aren't they? Strange. Ideally, we want this to come back. Very confusing. Let's do a little one. We'll do a little one right there. And if I do a J, it's going to get... Oh, no, perfect. Looks good. Okay, no problem. And then we'll grab two of these guys and just bevel them slightly. And that is got to be the beginning of our sketch. So you sit here and you go and you get obsessed and you bet all your money. Cool. There's some really gross looking geometry right there. We're going to ignore it. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and put on a auto smooth of 90, of 60. And it actually looks pretty decent. Dare I say that looks all right. Okay, so now if I grab all of those, nope. Never mind. We'll leave it just like that. I'm going to poke a hole in this guy. So I want like a little cup that holds coins. It needs to hold a single coin, and when you pull a lever, it pushes the coin into the machine and drops another coin in the slot. How on earth am I going to do that? I suppose the easiest way I can do it is I'm going to pop on a... We're going to go like this. Oh, this'll work. This'll work. So let's grab both of you two. Do 2. Yep, that works. Let's grab both of them. Let's squeeze them down. Make them coin-sized. I'm very annoyed that these guys don't line up. Just pretend that you don't see that. Yeah, and we just got a little coin slot here. So I just grab that and I extrude it in. And I suppose we want to just add a little bit of a bevel on the edge here to sell it. That can work for me. And then we'll put a little sign here that says, like, drop coin in here. Okay, so now I think is the time to start making some of the interesting stuff that I'm talking about. So let's start with that sign. Let's make that little sign. We're gonna go ahead and add a cylinder. Rotated 90. 32 is probably overkill, so I'm gonna go 24. 90. Shrink you way down. Make you like a little sausage link. You would definitely just texture the coin slot. Simo, I know you're right. Alright. We'll texture the coin slot. That's going to be a high-res texture, though. You're right. You're right. When you're right, you're right. Simo, every time I've ever been like, no, I don't think that, or no, I don't believe that, or whatever, I'm always wrong. And I know you know this. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this little coin guy down, and we're going to proportion with connected, and just drop him down a little bit more. Sharp is probably not the way we want to do it. I'm pretty sure we want to do a smooth. Just like that. There we go. That should flow pretty easily into there. I don't love this weird little thing we just made. Okay. I actually hate the way this looks. What a shame. It'll be fine. It'll be fine just like that. Nobody's going to notice that. That's a weird detail to notice. So let's go ahead and make our pulley. I'm going to start by making the default boring pulley, but I have a different idea of how I want to do this. I'm not sure if I want to do the basic one. I like how weird pulleys can get in slots. So we're going to start with an Ico. I mean, let it just be a textured decal instead of geometry would make it more low poly. But what if the texture has to be way bigger to accommodate? Because, like, I can't use 1,000 by 1,000 texture here if I'm going to have a tiny little detail. That detail might itself be, like, 300 by 300, right? So the whole thing put together would have to be, like, a much bigger texture file. So I guess my question is, how much information do texture files take up? You could use a decal. Oh! That's really smart. That's way smarter. Absolutely, I should be doing that. Simo. Why would I ever even doubt you? Yeah, that's brilliant. That's exactly how we want to do this. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, that's cool. Oh, man, a decal's a really cool idea. I love that. This whole thing's going to be a nightmare to texture. I think I'm realizing how complicated this was. I sort of jumped into stream today being like, hey, I'm going to make a slot machine. And now I'm realizing it's probably one of the harder things I could have made. I've given myself quite a task. Which I guess is par for the course. I guess that's just the kind of guy I am. So let's go ahead and extrude along normal here. Probably needs to be a bit taller than that. And the whole thing can be grabbed and made smaller. Decals are so cool, especially as you can include normal maps and everything there. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. That's... Oh, wow. I never even thought about using decals. Did you learn that from Lazy Tutorials? Is that where that came from? Because I think he did one on decals once. I vaguely remember him, like, doing stickers on a mailbox or something like that. Okay, so we gotta ask ourselves, what the heck are we doing? This looks like a big slot machine. You know what? Let's play with proportion real quick here. If I make this a little bit bigger and we sell the idea that it's a smaller machine. Just learned it from all the hard surface stuff you're doing. Oh, Simo, how was stream? I can't. Did you announce your stream? Where did you announce it? I can't believe I missed it, and I can't believe Joe saw it before me. How dare he? You just did it? Got it. Man, I missed it. I'm so sad to have missed it. Okay. Something that I need to practice. Something I really need to practice is like just building out the basics of my structure before I get stuck in all these little tiny details. I think I get so lost in like making things that I don't think about the overall picture first. So let's make a habit of correcting that behavior. I followed him when we talked about it. You lacked follow through. You know what, Joe? I certainly did. Don't you love when your mods get along? You guys are more of VIPs than mods. Although I take that back. You guys have done a bit of modding. I like really appreciate that. I feel like I just modded you guys randomly. I was like, hey, I like you guys. You're cool. You want to be mods. He's the only one who noticed it. Did you have a mic setup? Like, what's your setup look like? How was the whole, like, ordeal? Okay, so that should do it. Just mic and Blender. I mean, that's the way it goes. I think the cam is, like, extra. For me, the cam was, like, me, quote-unquote, taking Twitch more seriously. But, like, I don't know to what degree that matters, or, like, I even care at this point. I leave the cam on because, I don't know, it's good engagement. But other than that, I mean, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to say -2, just enough to show that there is a little bit of a bend to this. Make it look a little bit less perfect. And then, okay, so is that the best way to do a decal, or should I actually, like, stick it on? I'm probably supposed to stick it on, aren't I? Let's see, we want to... What is it? Where is it called? Shrink wrap. We want to shrink wrap to cube 2, which is going to be called our slot. Slot machine. The plane is going to be called pulley slot, I guess? That's a lot of slots. And then you're going to be called pulley. I might sometimes use cam, but I would be anxious about how clean my room is. You should probably first make the decal and then just add it on top of the mesh as a plane. Okay, that's fair. I'll go ahead and remove that. If you're worried about how messy your room is... It just happens. I just go live and whatever happens, happens. Sometimes I stream and we get an average of like 10 people, and sometimes I stream and I get an average of 1, right? Like, it is what it is to some degree. The goal is not to get famous. The goal is to make games. I'll go ahead and say that's about right. I should probably, actually, I'll do it right now. This X... What? Am I in the wrong... Why is this X 3? And this X is 2? What? Oh. Oh. I messed up. 2, 5. Perfect. I actually recently reordered my furniture so that hypothetically my camera would show less of my room. That's awesome. I've been experimenting with moving the camera here. Somewhere about there. I'm not sure yet. But I gotta put a little, I gotta put a support for it, because my monitors don't face that direction. Oh, also, I have some friends coming over soon, and we're going to paint some paintings to fill this area so that it looks a little bit less barren and I don't look like a robot that lives in a white room. So we should be looking pretty good here soon. Okay, so what you want me to do is I want to be making planes using a normal map and... Come on. Using a normal map and a diffuse map, correct? Basically, my apartment is so small that I only have one room that is a living room, bedroom, and kitchen. That's cute, though. I don't know if cute's the word that you're going for, but, like, that's really cute. I like that. I think that's, like, that's, like, very artistic. It's very nice to have, like, a small setup. I kind of wish I had one room that didn't have my bed in it. But other than that, I can't imagine having multiple rooms. That would drive me nuts. Also, I don't know if you see this fly that keeps kissing my nose, but I'm about to freak out. Yeah, it would be fine if I had a bedroom. I get that. So you're living in like a studio space, basically. Let's go ahead and tilt this just a little bit more. Also, Joe, if you're here, I got a question for you. Having my bed where I spend most of my time is not good for sleep. Yeah, the general wisdom is that you shouldn't feel comfortable, like, sitting in your bed. You should only feel comfortable sleeping in your bed. So, I can imagine that that's problematic, at the very least. I did have a question for you, Joe. I saw on your Discord... First off, I saw on your Discord that I'm not a regular, which is fair, but also... How dare you? Two, I saw in your Discord, I'm just giving you a hard time. You're good. You can call me whatever you want to call me. You have to go to the Rolls channel. Maybe I will. My second question is, I saw you did a 3D model stream. Did you do a 3D modeling stream? I think you did. No, we want it to be a straight... Yeah, just straight square like that. Okay, so now I want to make... normal maps. Oh, that was your stream for the donut. Got it. I thought you did another one. I thought it was not the donut. Cool. So I'm going to pop into Krita. And we're going to see if we can't make this work. I'm a little intimidated about how this is going to work. Simo, I'm probably going to need some help if you're willing to give help. I'm not sure I understand what I'm about to do. Joe, am I okay to tell people about the question that you asked me, or is that a private thing? This can probably be... I'm going to say 800 by 800. And that should be alright to Krita. I'm going to destroy this fly. You're fine to chat about it. I usually first model the normal detail in Blender and bake it into our normal map, then paint the texture. Sima. What? I was doing that, and you told me to make a texture. What are you talking about? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Too many things going on. So I'm gonna make it, right? Oh, Simo, you're killing me. So I'm gonna make a cylinder, just like I was doing before. Model a slot into a plane. Yes. Let me start with this first, because this is going to be a little bit more in specific for us. So if I go like this, I'm making myself a little cylinder guy. I'm going to... Theoretically, I guess I should probably just pop on a subdivision surface real quick. And go to edit mode, grab just the front face, inset a little hole into it to make it nice and round, inset another one just to make it nice and round. I don't care about the back at all. And then I want to grab the sides of this thing and pull them out. And we should be good. We're going to want 3 of these guys. And then we're going. Just like that. That looks perfect. So this is going to be a little, like, medallion thing. I kind of think we want to extrude a hole into these guys. Like that. Let's edge loop you into a circle. Same with you. Hello. Turn you into a circle. And then we'll push them in. There we go. So that is the basic shape that I'm going for. I might go ahead and pop in this. Why did that not? That didn't work at all. That's strange. Okay, so we do this, and then I grab it and pop it back. That looks a little better. That looks perfect. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to grab the face. We're going to inset a hole into it. And we're set. Or you could just hand paint a bump instead of the normal, as the detail isn't that complex. It's too late. I'm already this far. I've already made it, right? So the goal now is to make this a texture. And I know I've done something wrong. I'm looking at it and I know there's something weird here. Now I just gotta figure out what I've done wrong. It looks perfect though. It looks literally perfect. So if we can up the detail probably a little bit more. So if I take you and I try to bake as a bump map, right? A normal map, there we go. You need to make a plane that you bake the normals to. So correct me if I'm wrong. This is where I'm going to be putting this. How should I be doing this? Also, the margins are always huge. I'm going to remove those margins. If I take this and I bake, what did I just get? No active image found. Add a material or bake to an external file. Got it. So we want to pop this guy on to a normal. Oh, I see. I'm missing something. I know I'm missing something. Let me go ahead and just give this a shot. I have a feeling this is going to end in tears, but so be it. We're going to call this coin slot. Let's use underscores. Coin slot normal. Okay. And then I'm going to bake it. And it's going. I lost a couple of frames there, but that should be all right. Then select the slot first, then the plane. The plane needs to have an image texture in its normal. I feel like we're on different parts. Let me try. I just want to see the texture. No, oh yeah, it didn't save anything. You can barely even see it. I'm gonna project from view. Okay, I got it. I'm here. So I'm going to look at this head on. We're going to grab our UVs and we're going to project from view. Make this thing huge. Read my past 3 comments. I have been. I've been reading them out loud. You need to make a plane that you bake the normals to. I have a plane that I'm baking the normals to. You need to place the high poly model on top of the plane. Okay. Then select the slot first, then the plane. And the plane needs to have an image texture in its material. Okay, let's do that. I did miss one, you're right. So let's grab object, pop in a plane. We're gonna do a 90 degree on this thing, put him here. Make him just big enough to fit, just barely big enough to fit. And then I'm gonna grab this X. The Y probably doesn't super matter. Okay, so you need a plane material here. Let's pop on an image texture right there. I'm gonna call you test normal. Just so we're not overlapping too much on all of this stuff. I'm sure that doesn't super matter, but we'll get there. You need to make a plane that you bake the normals to. Then you place the hall polymount on top of the plane, then select the slot first. And I'm double checking that we have everything here is big. I'm going to select everything here. I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger. We're going to fit all the way. Like that. Just so we can cover as much of the texture as possible. That's the big one for me. I'm sure none of this matters. I'm sure I'm overkilling it at this point. Okay, select the slot first, then the plane. The plane needs to have an image texture in its material. It does. And then we press bake. Which is here. Bake. Okay, so if I go to you, and we go to world settings real quick and change our HDRI to the default, and we go back to object, and I hide you, and we have a plane. Theoretically, this plane should have it. Let's put a bump on there. Not seeing anything. So I messed something up. Okay, so the way I would think to fix this is to go back to our cylinder. Oh, hello. Okay, so it did it, but it has, like, no definition whatsoever. Why? So it tried its best. It did its absolute best, but it didn't work for some reason. So I'm like, here's the dumb way I'm going to solve that. Like, that should do it. So let's go back to this. We're going to pop in a bump, or not a bump, a image texture. I'm gonna not touch to begin with. We're gonna call you test2 underscore normal. Baking normal. Tangents are right. We'll put the margin back to the way it was before, just in case. Selected to active. Okay, let's put the margin back to being small, because I really hate that margin. The margin's so annoying. You bake. Okay, we're trying it again. Well, it baked the back of the model. It did the back. Why did it do the back? Ain't that weird? Why would it do the back? Okay, hold on. So if I go back to cylinder, you might want to try to make the slot thinner and then up the ray distance. This is becoming very complicated. Let me, real quick, while we have it. CQDK, hello, welcome. Okay, so I'm gonna grab... We're gonna grab all of this. We're gonna delete the vertices. I'm going to grab all of this. We're going to SY0. We're going to mirror it. Mirroring? Oh, mirroring's perfect. Okay, we've done it. We've gone ahead and mirrored it, and now we're going to pull it back just a little bit to seal the deal. Can I suggest? Sure, but you only get one per day, so make sure you're careful about it. Okay, you want me not to mirror it. Okay, let's go back. Usually normal details are super thin, and yes, that decision to remove the back face is a good one. Okay, got it. Let's do that. We got it thinner. We're back to being thin. Just remove the back face, and we're going to take it from here. Okay. We're going to pop you back onto there. Make sure everything lines up on that. And now we can grab you, and we can try you one more time. I am loving this song. This song is a keeper, for sure. Test3 underscore normal. And I'm going to grab you, and I'm going to grab you, and we're going to try it one more time. I'm going to leave the back face, or the selected to active on. You want me to make a Minecraft wither? That's actually pretty cool. I can make a Minecraft wither. You don't have to keep making new textures? Now you tell me. Okay, we're just going to call this test normal. And we're just gonna go right there. It overrides them when you bake. So my question is, what if I had multiple textures here? Like, how would it know which one to choose? Okay, so we've baked that. Selected texture. Ah, okay. Okay, so again, it's only doing the back face. It's passing through. If it doesn't have a node selected, it just fails. Got it. Let's remove the selected to active real quick. Tweak ray distance or make a cage. Okay. What is a cage? I'm learning a lot. This feels like back in the early days. I feel like I'm like getting back to basics. Cage. We'll go ahead and add a cage extrusion. Should I draw the wither in my style before you're done streaming? Absolutely. Absolutely you should do that. I would love that. That'd be really nice. That is so weird. Extrusion settings might also work. What a strange little thing we've had here. So I grab you, and we're gonna bake to this. You want to give it hands that would look adorable? I mean, that seems a little outside of the realm of what it normally is supposed to be. Oh! Oh, we've done it. 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 Okay, my only problem. My only problem with this is it's not gonna have invisibility. We got an everybody hydrate, so make sure you all hydrate. So let's take this. I'm gonna save this real quick. Let's grab this and save it as an image. You can just use an alpha map. Yeah, I know I can use an alpha map, but I'm worried how it's gonna lay over. So if I take this and I save as, okay, slot machine test normal, blah blah blah, all that. Let's go back to Krita. Bear with me. I got an idea. I'm learning. I know I'm wrong, but I gotta do it the wrong way before I can do it the right way. I'm still figuring this whole thing out. So we should be here. No. Slot machine, where are you? Slot machine, where did I put it? Bear with me. Bear with me is definitely like my catchphrase at this point. Okay, so we're in Krita. That's a good looking texture. That looks so clean. Wow, okay, so extrusion is definitely the answer. Keep that in mind. So if I fuzzy select and cut, we should be decent, right? No, because it's not going to check transparency, is it? Let me try this. We're just learning. We're just learning. We're just going to give this a shot. See if this works. Export it as the correct file. We're going to replace it. Yep. I'm going to go back to Blender. And now I'm going to go here. That's interesting. Oh, it updated. Okay, good. So we're here. We're back to what we need. I grab it. We go edit mode. Are you making a toilet? I am not making a toilet. I'm making a slot machine. So if we take it and we go alpha, and I ramp that up to the degree that we like. You shouldn't be sorry, you're alright. All's well. Okay, so I just want the alpha to chill out a little bit, and then we gotta work on this bump. The bump is a little too strong for some reason. I think it's because I'm using color data. If I do... Oh, hey! That fixed a lot of our problems right away. We're gonna go ahead and grab you, put a math node on. Use a normal map node. Okay, we'll do that. Normal map node, right there to there. Oh, you said normal map, not normal. I understand. Normal map. It's got a border. We can fix that. That's an easy fix. We come in here, we go to UVs, we grab the whole thing, go to edit, and we're going to shrink it down just a smidge. Like 0.999. Also, I learned that you can do this and edit everything all at once, which is good to know. We still have a little bit of it. If I go to here and we resize it just a little bit more to 0.999. I just gotta delete that, don't I? That's a shame. You know what? I'm going to leave it for the time being because I feel like I'm going to mess up some other things anyway. So let's sit and practice for a sec before we get too caught up in the little details, because that's all I've been doing all day is just little tiny details. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a math node. We're going to multiply by 2. So anything that isn't see-through will automatically not be see-through. And then we just do some coloring. Perfect. So metallic can go up. Roughness can come down a little bit. We can make it a little bit more chromy. You know me, I like to add a little bit of extra chrome by putting in a color ramp. That goes white with a little bit of blue to probably like a purpley, like that. And then we're going to go HSV far. And I will add a Fresnel. We get it to a point that we like. Yeah, it doesn't care too much about that. So instead of a Fresnel, let's do like a... What do we want? Something a little bit crazier. Maybe like a bevel? Okay, well, I guess a bevel's not going to work if it's flat. If I put a noise on it, that'll make it truly iridescent. There we go. We'll just lower that noise down to something a little bit lighter. Just a little bit of mush. And we're going to desaturate that down. Make it a little bit darker. And instead of that, we'll make it near. And it's going to go to red. There we go. Just a little bit. Just to give you some color. Cool. So now that everything looks just about hooked up correctly. Let's go back to nodes. I messed up. We're in object mode, we grab you, we make you this material, and it's done. All of that effort for one piece. Don't say I don't try. Okay, so we can delete you, and we're set. I'm going to leave the cylinder up just for right now, and we're going to call this coin slot label. And now we got to make ourselves a slot here for the pulley. So, let's do this thing. How do we want to do this? Imagine that you had multiple details like that, or a complex surface where you want the detail. Oh, I totally see the need in it. I'm just being a baby. I'm just complaining. We're doing great. You just taught me, like, one of the most valuable lessons I've been taught in Blender in a long time. That's going to save me so much on processing stuff in Unreal. I'm going to have to learn how to do this no matter what. So I appreciate it. I'm just being a little baby about it. Okay, so let's make this guy... Actually, we'll just leave him just like that. We'll copy him twice. Pop him forward. And theoretically, I should just split this a couple of times, like that. Yes. And then I'm going to grab all of these guys and make them into circles. And we will throw on a subdivision surface. And I will extrude them inwards. Probably even want it a little bit smaller than that, honestly. So it should look like this. You don't have to worry about the topology as long as it looks good. That's very true. That's a huge boon. Eventually, I'm going to have to learn how to, like, bake these into pre-existing textures or something. We'll get there. So, I'm looking at this. This looks a little suspicious. I don't love the way this looks. So, I'm starting to think that we should undo. We're going to want to go like boom, boom. Maybe 2 right there. gonna do it just like that. Okay, so we've made a lot of geometry for basically no reason. I'm gonna grab one of you, each of you. Slide you up. Now the whole thing should easily push back into itself, and we'll be looking pretty good. And if we bake this as a normal, we should be looking just fine. Oh, it looks great. Oh, that's it. That's it. So perfect. Quite literally perfect. We'll have to paint it black on the inside, but it's honestly pretty good. Now, question for you. Let's see if this works. I'm going to grab it. We're going to hit apply on that. And I'm going to... Where is it? Bake. Bake with selected output 0.1.1. If I go ahead and grab you... Actually, start with you. Let's make an image node real quick. Pop in a node right here. We'll call you pulley slot normal. And that is now active. And we're going to grab you and you and you. And hit bake. Okay, so they do have to intersect with each other. Understood. So let's make you perfect. Also, if you want to up your decal workflow, 2 add-ons come to mind. Grab Doc Free and Decal Machine. What do they do? What's like the advantage of those apps? One, two. And we have that going into this, and that looks fine. So I'm going to hit bake. It looks like it did it. Oh, it did. Oh, it's so nice. GrabDoc makes the baking process a lot easier. That makes sense. How does it make it easier? Like, what's it do? Also, I think I'm safe to remove that. And I think we're good just to pop into here. Pop in a normal map. Now we got to ask ourselves, are we going to fix this little shape here? It sets up a lot of stuff and automates most things you do so you can bake stuff with a few clicks. That's interesting. All right, I'm going to go back to Krita. Oh, wait, hold on. First, before we go back to Krita, let's grab you, go to our UVs. We got to go into edit mode, grab you. This guy right here, we're going to save as pulley slot normal. Decal machine's so huge, it's hard to explain. There's like way too much. I was watching a bunch of stuff on Blender recently. Just sort of like wrapping my brain around like, you know, a lot of different concepts. And it's crazy how Blender is this like everything program. You know, when people work with like Houdini or whatever, they don't do all of this. They stay away from all this stuff. Okay, so we want to... No, please. I do this literally every time I open Krita. I gotta just like reset up the commands or something to make it work automatically. Okay, so I'm gonna want everything to touch in a very specific way. If I've done this correctly, Ooh, this is going to be tough. This is going to be really tough. Let's go ahead and cut that, paste that. I can remove this layer. Okay, now I'm going to copy the exact same thing on the bottom. So let me grab you. We're going to filter. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. Mirror vertically. There we go. No. Oh, I can just mirror. What am I doing? This is going to be easy. This is going to be so obvious. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to go grab my paintbrush. We're going to erase mirror, mirror. And if I've done this correctly... We did not do it correctly. Oh no. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we got that. Let's remove this layer. Let's cut, paste. Oh man. How am I going to do this? I need to match this angle. This is very specific. This is going to be very difficult for me to wrap my brain around. What are you doing? I'm trying to make a bevel right here in Krita so that I can have a when I do the transparency, it'll look like a panel. And I'm really like racking my brain trying to figure out how to make this work. I'm sure there's an easier way. Actually, I know the easier way. I know like the way easier way that we should be doing this. What am I doing? I have a much easier way to do this. We're gonna grab this guy and stretch him. You should have modeled that before baking? I don't necessarily agree with that. Let's, you'll see. If it's terrible, it's terrible, right? We want to, scale image to new size. Get rid of that. The height is going to be 2048. Looks about what we were expecting, but I want to scale it one more time. Let's do 3072. 3072. Perfect. So that's not going to work. Krita is such a wild program. It's so difficult to like get everything looking right. You can't do rounded squares. Instead, what I could be doing is grabbing this, as we did before. Wow, that was terrible. What? Just like this. And we're matching correctly on the side there. We are. And now I want to pop on both of these guys. And just cut that. So we want to invert our selection. It didn't love doing that. Strange. This is a lot to take in all of a sudden. Again, I didn't expect to be doing all this today. See, this works perfect. We're going to come in here, we're going to do all this. This looks great, no problem. Right, we've done it. We've made a perfect little thing. Now the bottom, we're gonna have to grab you. Patch all of this up. And now the normal's messed up. Darn. Okay, well I guess we're just sticking with a weird crude panel. Let's go back to Blender. This is gonna be a learning experiment for sure. So if we grab this and we node it up to be what we want, it's gonna be copy, paste, you can just cut the plane. I mean, that's a true point. That's probably what I should do. Let's do that. That's probably exactly how we're going to want to do this, I think. Let me go ahead and pop in a texture. Or not a texture coordinate. And we'll fade those guys a little bit more evenly. Oh, also, I want to switch to Eevee for a little bit, because we don't need to be rendering as hard as we are right now. There we go. Make things a little bit easier for us. Let's go to Edit. We want to subdivide 3 times. Let me know if this is like the wrong way to do this, because I think this is going to be a bad way to do this. This is the best way I can think to do it. If I subdivide everything like this, grab U, J, J, put all of this together. Is your storage drive really slow or something? Just weird how slow Eevee loads stuff. Yeah, I'm using a hybrid drive right now. Not my favorite setup in the world, but it is the setup that I got. Oh, we're messing up our face. If I dissolve that... Oh, yeah, no problem at all. That'll work. Perfect. Okay, so we've kept all of our faces the same. And let's see if this messes everything up. Looks just about perfect to me. There we go. Yeah, that looks really good. Okay, cool. So now I can grab you, and we can pop the nodes in. Actually, I need to edit it, grab everything. And we're going to merge by distance. What time is it? 3:30? Okay, I got basically about an hour until we switch over to speed sketching. I'm trying out these 3-hour streams instead of 4-hour streams. This is a bad example just because I think I wasn't super prepared for today, which is a shame because I feel like I prepared so much last night. But normally I think 3 hours is going to work a little bit better for us. I think 3 hours is like the sweet spot. By the way, what conclusion did you make about starting earlier? I haven't made one yet. I have no clue. Do you have opinions? Because I would really appreciate some opinions. Hold on. Let's change that. I forgot to change the metallic before I did this. You are in favor of it? I think I'm also in favor of it because, it gives me a really good chance to catch up on Or not catch up. It gives me a good chance to start the stream and just be done. Like, have my whole thing worked out, done, whatever. Easier for us Euro bros to watch. Totally. It seems like pretty much everybody who watches me, other than Joe, since he's going to feel left out when I say this, everybody but Joe is a Euro bro. So, probably in our best interest to sort of play to that. Okay, so I kind of wanted to make the inner part of this black. Looking like I'm having trouble doing that. If we go... If we alpha this... I want to make black. I want to make like a black section right here. Okay, that's kind of what we want. Wow, those like little rainbows. That is very cool looking. Okay, so we're almost here. I think I'm just going to try some 1 o'clock streams next week, and we're going to see what happens, you know? I'm at the point now where I'm just kind of messing around. Like, everything that I'm doing is just kind of like, we'll see. I'm not super, super freaking out on anything. I'm not, doing my best not to, like, lose my mind or overthink things. Because this whole streaming process has basically just been kind of chill. Like, there's been no real reason to worry about things. Also, this is not working at all. What do we got? What do we got? We want alpha set to a color ramp. Okay, so we want to reverse these two. That didn't work either. Let's put a white on this end. Put another black in here. What the heck is happening? Get out of here. Get out of here. I want just the center, but it wants to be that instead. You could always just make a black and white texture. You just reminded me I need to make this non-color. That should help us out immensely. It actually looks... You know what? It should be fine. It's a little bad looking, but I think once we go ahead and pop on the texture on the actual slot machine, it should be alright. You could just make a black and white texture where the inside is white and the outside is black, and you just want to use it as a mask. Now that you've said that, you've given me an idea. You've given me an idea. We're going to go for this. I'm going to pop on a gradient. A spherical gradient. And I'm not sure which way it's going to go. Yeah, the opposite. Okay, perfect. So we want to pop on a color ramp. Reverse these two colors. It's not the shape that I want, which is weird because it should be shaped pretty well. But we can fix this. First off, we'll apply scale. Applying scale actually made it worse somehow. I'm not sure why that's the case. We're going to go ahead and map it. And I'm going to go ahead and scale X. Yeah, X is going to be 3. Z is going to be 0.1. And by that, I mean 0.1 here. It's going to be very specific. So if I switch back to cycles, we're basically making a circle in here. I mean, it's not the most, like, glorious thing I've ever seen in my life, but it does solve the problem. So, like, if I were to say, make this machine red, like, right there. Yeah, that's alright. I kind of want it to be a little bit of a harder break between the two of them, but otherwise, it's not that bad. So we'll do it just like that. That should be alright. I'm not going to stress over the rest of it. So, man, turns out making a slot machine in 3 hours is pretty tough. What was I thinking? Let's go ahead and we're going to grab this machine. We're going to get rid of that texture. And I'm going to make this little guy right here. Learning new stuff. I'm learning a lot of new stuff. This has been great. This has been really nice. Simo, I've said it a million times before. You need to make like YouTube videos or something. Like, you teach very well. I know that presentation is difficult because you have to like develop a style and you have to edit and all that sort of stuff. So I'm not trying to like, you know, give you work or whatever. But I think there's a lot of people who could really use your voice. A lot of people would benefit from hearing the things that you gotta say. I think a lot of people get caught up in the argument of like, well, there's so many other people doing it, so why should I? And I think that is not totally how like discoverability works. What the heck? Why is it? It's like reflecting black? Why is it doing that? Did I miss something? I'm not sure why it's doing that. That's weird. We'll just leave it like that for now. Okay, so now we want the red little orb on the top of it. Usually it's pretty rough, but it's also very, like, plasticky. It might even have a little bit of transmission to it. That could make it look really nice. There we go. And yeah, that should be all right. How do the normals look like on the pulley? Might be because of the weird reflection. That's fair. It's like reflecting, or it's like, it's weird normals though. Let me recalculate normal. It should be doing this. If we go Eevee, Eevee, oh, that looks gorgeous. Look at that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on with this thing. It must be that black. We'll figure it all out. I need to block out more than what I'm doing right now. Okay, so what I wanted to do at this point is make some coins. I feel like things have been very low energy today. I need to make like a high energy stream tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to play lo-fi instead of the ambient music. Just so we can get a little bit of a rhythm going on. I feel very sleepy, which I shouldn't feel sleepy on stream. Okay, so coins. Let's make some coins. We're going to want just really simple coins. What do you use to play music? I use Spotify. Pretzel? What is pretzel? Is that a joke? Is that a, does that mean something I don't know? Pretzel? What is pretzel? I've never even heard of that expression before. Okay, so we got a coin. Nice and simple baby coin. It's a music streaming service with royalty-free music. That's good to know. Does it cost money? Is it a paid service? Kind of like Spotify made for streaming. That is really cool to know. Okay, so I'm assuming it has free and premium service. I'll check it out. I've been kind of experimenting with using a plugin for editing videos where I will be able to play whatever music I want on stream, and I'll have you guys suggest music. And when it comes time to upload to YouTube, I'm just going to remove the audio and switch it over to the royalty-free stuff. So I'm hoping soon I won't have to worry about music at all. But we're a little ways away until that, because I just have way too many things going on to like pay attention to stuff like that. I haven't really been able to like focus on any one thing right now, just because of how like thin I've stretched myself, which I enjoy. I'm glad I'm like doing as much as I'm doing, but it's stressful. So eventually we'll do something like that. But if there's a little like free streaming service, maybe I'll look into that instead. Who knows? Okay, so we got a coin hanging out in the slot, no problem. So we want to just make this thing nice and easy. Super simple for ourselves. We got a coin. When you're backed all the way over here, it just looks like a coin. It's no worries. So I'm going to go ahead and make the coin perfect. It's a pretty easy headache-free way to get background music. If I had known that months ago, that would have been huge. But I think I'm at the point now where I've kind of finalized my feelings about music on stream and stuff. If you haven't heard of Stream Beats, by the way, by Harris Heller, big recommendation. Harris Heller, very cool dude, has a lot of really good advice on YouTube about streaming. Really worth it to sort of just check out his whole thing. Okay, that should do it. Yeah, we got a nice little coin here. Cool. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and pop in some texture for this coin. We'll go ahead and make you like a goldeny. That's probably 2 gold. There we go. It's probably a little bit better. No sheen. Roughness could probably go up just a little bit. Actually, if we want to make this really like realistic looking, what you want to do is pop in some noise and gate the roughness. So I'm going to do this. We're going to make it look kind of dirty. We'll say like 1, and that should be just about right for us. Realistically, you could do the same thing with color, but I kind of like the way that the color plays off of this anyway. And now I'm kind of thinking platinum is a good color. Actually, that's not explicit enough, I think. Making it look very clear like you're supposed to be using this for gambling is going to be big. Yeah, that's not enough. We'll really dig in. Sure. Like a doubloon. Now I could sit and draw a pattern on the front face of this, and I probably will eventually, but we're not going to do that yet. Just seeing if I want to do anything else to this coin. Yeah, that's probably good. What is the color of the machine going to be? Makes a big effect on the coin color. The machine's probably going to be a lot of like matte black with neon lights. I think it's going to be almost kind of rubbery looking. Like all of this is basically like upholstery. And the actual machine itself will be like plastic panels that have like LCD screens and stuff on them. So we got a coin. I could sit and make this coin a physics object. I think it's going to be better to do that in Unreal. So we're going to leave the coin just hanging out right there. I talked about making a cup holder. The more I think about it, the more I think a cup holder should go right here. So I'm going to make a cup holder and pop a can of soda in there. Yeah, physics won't transfer. Exactly. So I'm not going to sit and stress all those little details if there's no reason to. So we're going to go ahead and just pop this guy in here. We're going to make him a circle. Make it a really small circle. Give him a little bit of a rotate. Kind of want it to be more circular than that. If I wanted to go ahead and like pop a few times, that might do it. That might be enough. We can go ahead and make this a circle now. Still looks pretty bad. Could put one there. That's pretty bad. Let's not do that. Probably not the worst idea to put a couple of them up here. Just go crazy and Boolean it? No. Just because you're deep into this hard ops lifestyle doesn't mean that I am. Okay, we'll do it like that. That should hold. So there's a lot of like retopoing I have to do. I know it's disgusting. We'll get there. We're just playing for the time being. This looks pretty good. That feels pretty good to me. I can live with this one. So we'll push you right against the wall here. It's flat. We're good. Extrude along normals on down. And pop some bevels on you. I don't love that the bevels refuse to sit straight. So I'm going to grab both of these guys and scoot you on over just a little bit. Bevel. That's pretty ugly looking. You know what would make this a lot easier? Hold on. What would make this so much easier and so much dumber is if I, like, tacked on a cup holder to this guy. That would be so American. That would be so absolutely American if it didn't have a cup holder built in and it just tacked one on. And if I'm feeling lazy, that's what I'm going to do. So let's go ahead and pop on a cup holder on everything. Not even a cup holder on everything. A cup holder being added to things that don't already have them. How are you, Mr. Potato? Did you mean Mr. Potato? Or did I miss something? Let's go ahead and make a square. And by a square, I mean a cube, of course. If you're asking how I'm doing good. If I'm being perfectly honest right now, I feel like I'm kind of not fully here. And I'm not sure where that came from. Because I started stream like with such big energy, but I feel like I'm not super like here right now, which is unfortunate because I would try to give it, you know, a good shot today, but you know, sometimes you just have those moments. I think sniffing an incense for an hour and eating a big breakfast might have all like made me a little sleepy, which is fair. Just wish I was more present. Cup holder on a cup holder on a cup holder. Now we're talking. Now you're speaking my language. Okay, so we have what is effectively a little baby cup holder. And if I push you up, push you down, we can make holes inside this cup holder, and that's going to be the way that we're going to do this. So let's remove you. Let's pop this guy up with a cup holder connected to the cup holder. Now you're just getting a little crazy. I'm not sure if I can stand for this. Oh, not what I wanted. We're gonna bridge those faces. I have no idea if that's gonna work. Looks pretty weird to me. In fact, take that back. No, go back, go back, go back, go back, go back. Okay, so we're gonna remove you. Bridge. Bridge. We're gonna bridge the whole thing all the way across. And once I subdivide it, that's pretty good looking. Yeah, that's pretty good looking. This should do it. So now, all I want to do... Just watched a movie called You Should Head Left. Alright, what's it about? What's what do you got? What's the movie? Okay, so we have a cup holder. There's definitely some weird bits to this. Let's fix these bits. We're gonna want... Oh, I see. Okay. Easy, easy, easy. We're gonna grab you, 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 and scooch you all up. And that will go last. And I'm hoping that this will be a cup holder. So, let's see. That's pretty good looking. That's pretty solid. I can live with this. We'll grab each of these. No, don't do it like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And scooch them out. A cup holder. Okay, cool. So let's grab the whole thing. And we gotta attach it. So it's going to need like a face that comes out and sticks onto this. It's about a murder. CQDK, what are you writing? It's about a murder and his daughter and child and how they get in this house and everything starts to get more and more crazy. Okay. Was it good? What would you give it? Out of 5, what would you give it? A daughter and a wife. What? What are you talking about? Okay, so it's about a mom and a daughter living in a house. What gets so weird about it? Why is that strange? If we go like, oh, actually, I see. Boom, boom. Let me grab both of these, and we're going to shrink them down. Get me out of the machine. You'd give it a 3 out of 5. Okay. No, he kills his own wife, then he gets a new one. He get a daughter with that wife. CQDK, I'm not following. You've lost me to some degree. I'm not sure I understand. It's about a guy who kills his wife and then gets married again? I'm assuming that's what you're saying? Yes. Okay, and you've given it a 3 out of 5. What's your favorite movie of all time? Let's start there. What's a good movie? What are we basing this off of? There we go. That should do it. And then I'm gonna grab all of you, all of you. Let's say like that. Pulls up to here. Wow, that doesn't work. Why is it not working? Drag Me to Hell, not the best, but it's better. Okay, so Drag Me to Hell is a movie that I really think is bad. I really don't like that movie. I found there's a part in the movie where like Satan or something possesses a guy and he turns into a goat and then he starts dancing around and I'm just like, I'm done. Like, I cannot watch more of this. This is a weird looking cup holder. You know what? I think I'm done with the cup holder. Let's make the soda, and maybe the soda will inform our design later. Then Ghost Rider? CQDK. What are you talking about? Ghost Rider is one of your favorite movies? There's no way. You have to be trolling us. Actually looks a lot better now that I'm seeing it here. I like that. That looks good. You can like whatever you like. That's fine. We got to get our stream sneeze. Okay. We're back. We got our one stream sneeze in. Now we're better. Okay, let's make ourselves a little can of Coke and pop a can in here. Clip it. You can clip it. I'm pretty sure you can make clips. Okay, so we got to make a can, right? We want to pop in 2. Go up. We're going to pop in 2 more right there. Now I'm going to grab all of these faces, scale them in just a little bit. Or no, I want to scale them out just a little bit. Just like that. And then we want to pop in yet another one. And we're going to grab just top face, bottom face. Scale out. Scale in. Now we extrude just a little bit. Scale in. That might be a little too big. There we go, just like that. And then I'm gonna grab the whole thing and inset just a little bit. Like that. And pull you in. Actually, I think we want it up, right? You want it to be like that. And then you want to inset and pull it down. You don't like Harry Potter. Harry Potter is probably my favorite movie of the ones that you've mentioned so far. I don't love Harry Potter. I'm not going out of my way for Harry Potter, but I like Harry Potter more than I like Ghost Rider. It should be alright. And I think we actually just want to dissolve that face and make this a little bit more simple. I mean, that's a can. It's not the best can I've ever made, but it's a can. I can't even watch one of the movies. I get too bored. No way. You put up with the stream. What do you mean you get too bored by Harry Potter? Okay, so I'm gonna want to crease this. Like 10 minutes in Harry Potter and I'm gone. I guess that's fair. Harry Potter's a little much when it comes to, like, world building. Because the world building that it's doing is basically not super interesting. But it treats it so preciously. They act like what they're making is very important when it's kind of simple. So I can like really respect that part of it. A can. Okay, so now, as far as this can is concerned, we want to make a little part to drink out of. And the easiest way I can think to do that is just to cross-cut this thing. So we're going to go just like that, across, and across. But you know what I love? What do you love? What's here? What's the love? That's not half bad. Let me go ahead and we're going to J a few more faces right here. Just like that. And then up to here. You like the squish fish. Honestly, I really like squish fish. Squish fish is like better than anything I could have hoped to achieve when I made that fish originally. I made that fish for Joe so long ago at this point. I don't even know. It feels like a whole nother world. There we go. That's a pretty decent looking can. That is a pretty decent looking can. I think the best thing we're going to want to do here is bring things up just a little bit. Like that. And we divot this guy. And we've done it. Now, normally, if you're making something like this, you're going to want to add that little, like, bit to the top of it. So, I'll give it my best shot. I'm going to grab you, and I'm going to J you guys. And now I'm going to... Oh, I need to make just like a little square here. How am I going to do this? Okay, so we pop here. Pop here. Actually, I don't need to do that. We'll go ahead and do a J here. And then I can go boom, 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 boom. Pop you up, and you're up. It's not as good as I wanted it to look. Okay, so we got this going, and if I just really tighten this up... This is probably going to be another instance where I'm going to want to use a bump map to actually achieve this. So let's reset. Now that the keys of the kingdom have been opened for me, I'm going to be obsessed with bump maps for the rest of my life. Which is probably a curse. At this point, probably not the best thing for me, but sure. I'll be obsessed with bump maps from now on. We got a can. Okay, cool. So the easiest thing I know what to do with this can is to pop on some nodes. We're going to make it pretty shiny. Aluminum, very aluminum. I probably don't want people looking on the inside of this thing, but I don't think it'll matter too much here. And I'm gonna pop on a gradient. I think we just want texture coordinate, mapping. Where are you? Oh, vector, obviously. Mapping, object to here, put on a gradient. Where is he? Where is he? Man, I'm like losing my place today. I've gone senile for sure. We're gonna pop in a color ramp and a mix RGB. And that is going to be our factor between red and blue. And that is going to go here. And I'm going to turn you 90 degrees. Okay, so we're going to use constants. Like that. All the way down to the bottom. You don't know what to say, but you want to say something? Are you currently playing any games? Do you actually play games? I've never asked if you play games or not. I don't know that about you. Okay, so we can remove this down. Okay, so it's gonna have to be X. The X represents... Oh, perfect. There we go. So we're going -6, which means I gotta raise the black up just to there. Perfect. And not quite. So 5. Just about perfect right there. Actually, we can pop up a little bit more. That's all right. You don't think I play games? I do think you play games. I just can't imagine what games you play. What are you currently playing? What's the current game? Okay, so this is going to determine roughness. Let's do black, black, white. Hey, there we go. Okay, cool. And then red is our can color, which needs to be desaturated just a little bit using some math. So I'm going to go ahead and just divide it by 3. Nope, we're going to multiply it by 3. Most of the time, Minecraft and Call of Duty, I'm playing Call of Duty Black Ops 3 right now, and I'm playing some Osu because I am told I got bad aim. So when I played TF2 competitively, Osu was the way that I practiced aim as well. So I highly recommend Osu to everyone. I shouldn't have deleted my map, but I did, and so we're putting the map back. We're going to add 0.1. There we go. Perfect. I like have such a deep affinity for Osu. I've been playing it since college, which was 6 years ago at this point. Like, such an unbelievably long time ago. And man, just something about Osu really does it for me. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pop on just a wave texture. We're just going to do the basic effect that I have there on my frame. This can technically be whatever we want. It could be an image texture, it could be anything. So I'm just going to do it nice and simple. Bands, diagonal, saw. What's the highest stars you can play? It's kind of random. I usually play about 5-star. But it depends if it's a fast map or a jump map. If it's a jump map, I can play almost anything. I say that very tentatively. But if it's a fast map, I have a lot of trouble. I'm not a fast player. I'm like a skill shot. You like 2 stars? How long have you been playing? I mean, if you haven't been playing that long, 2 stars is very good. I've been playing for 7 years at this point. Maybe even a little bit longer than that, so I hope I'm a little better. Like 6 hours? Yeah, so you're fine. My goal with Osu is I just want to be as good as possible with a mouse. I try my best not to use tablet whenever I can help it. You've been pretty stuck in the 4 to 5 range? Yeah. That's pretty much where I'm at. Maybe a little bit higher, like 4 to 6. Okay, that's our can. It looks a little bit like a soup can, but it'll do. I'm trying to think the hardest map that I just beat. I just reliably can beat Boba Beach. Like the famous Boba Beach. That one I can do on demand. So that's maybe not the best map I can play, but probably the most reliable. So if you want a good like point of comparison, Boba Beach is me. If you're like S ranking Boba Beach, then you're probably a little better than I am. If you can't beat it, then you're probably a little bit worse than I am. There we go. Little can inside of a cup holder. Nice and easy. And we'll go ahead and give it just a little bit of a turn because, of course. Huzzah! Okay, so, I mean, this is starting to look like something. We got a lot of progress to make. I guess I'll go ahead and do just the material on this. We want like a black rubbery sort of material. .08. 0.06. 0.04. There we go. Even a little darker than that. 0.02. Sure, that'll do. I want a lot of sheen. Sheen tint should be dark. Roughness is pretty high. Specular, basically non-existent. Should be all right. It's a little mushy looking for me, honestly, but I don't have time to think about it and just kind of been out of it all day, so I don't mind it. So, is this 2.5 hours of work? I suppose it is. We learned a lot. We did a lot of cool, weird stuff. We got a lot of little details done. Let's go over to cycles real quick. We have really weird normal maps for some reason. I don't know much about Osu, but I do know how to get new songs. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all there is to it. I haven't made a map or anything. I don't really think anybody necessarily like needs to make a map. Okay, cool. So this is my sketch for the day. I kind of think we're gonna work on this again tomorrow, but I gotta sit and think for a sec, because I want to do this right. When we do this tomorrow, I want to like be ready to go. It was a little ambient for me, honestly. Oh, I need to make a chair. That's what I'm doing tomorrow, making a chair. So spoilers for you guys, since you're here. I'm probably going to try and make this work on Friday. When I do Unreal, I think we're going to be working on this. So, should be a pretty good show. Should be a pretty nice feeling just to be complete, have everything all in one place. So we'll take it from there. So let's go ahead and switch over to making the wither. So the wither. I'm probably going to make the wither pretty close to normal. But instead I'm going to use procedural textures where I can help it. So let's pop into Firefox real quick, grab a wither picture. All right, let's see. You want the wither to be firing a laser. Honestly, I don't hate that. That's going to be pretty easy to do. Oh, the wither's not that bad. I kind of can't believe this is a thing. Here's a good sketch for you. Okay, cool. So let's make the wither. We're making the wither with some lasers. Anybody gonna add any more kinks into the system? Or is that it? If the wither was Superman? I mean, basically. Alright, This is going to be our reference because the other ones are WebPs, and WebPs don't fit into Blender super well, so this is going to be it. Let me go ahead and save this real quick as a quick sketch. The Wither. Save it. Go straight on, open up our desktop, and let's add this boy. So I'm going to just jump straight in. This should be relatively straightforward. I'm going to get a little bit weird with it. Making skulls is going to be really important, I think. So, first and foremost, let's make a spine. We're going to want a... We're going to want like a cylinder. Let's start with a cube. I'm going to start with a cube. We're going to go really Minecrafty, and then I'm going to break it down from here. So, we got a little tiny guy here. We're going to grab, hello, you, and rotate these guys. Just like that. And now we can add 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 5. 5 of them. Make 5 of these guys. We're going to grab you. Oh, also, CQDK, have you been working on your wither? Have you been making a wither this whole time? Okay, it was 6. I counted wrong. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Working on the heads. Okay, you have 30 minutes. You got 30 minutes to nail it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and rotate this by a positive 40 degrees. We're going to rotate these guys by a negative 40 degrees. And now I extrude these along normal, which works perfect, exactly how we wanted it. We're gonna do the exact same thing here, 40 degrees. Come on. Negative 40. Now that I'm looking at both of these, I kind of just want to push them in a little bit and push them out. Like that. So let's say it is 0.75 by negative 1.5. Which means I have to do negative for both. Negative 0.75 by negative 0.15. Negative 1.5. Boom. I think I could probably add little breaks on the back, and I'm going to do that just because I think it's going to look a little bit more interesting. So let's do 2. 2 of them just like that. Now I will feel free to bridge, 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 and one more. Okay, so that, when you subsurface it, doesn't work at all. Didn't think about that. I kind of like having just a single subsurface. I think that looks a little bit better for what we're doing here. So let's inset like that. Now we can begin bridging. he already looks kind of freaky. I think I like him. I think this is gonna work out. This makes me want to play Minecraft. I'm probably gonna like hang out, play some Minecraft after stream now. So thanks for that. We're gonna bring these walls a little closer together at this point. No problem. Yeah. You know what you did. Okay, so that's the rib cage. Nice and set. Now I just got to make the heads, and I kind of hate the way the heads are laid out. So I'm going to make this look a little freakier, I think. I'm going to make this look like Hydreigon, the Pokemon. We're going to pull that one up. Do something like this. Unicorn. I'm not going to make a unicorn. Although that is tempting. Okay, so if I... Yeah, do that. Oh, I'm starting to psych myself out a little bit. We're going to grab you, rotate you by -45 degrees, grab you, rotate you by +45 degrees, extrude along normals, and pull you in by 2.5, pull you in by -2.5. You made some crazy heads. I have no doubt in my mind that you made crazy heads. You're kind of like Mr. Monster Man. Like you're the guy who makes the monsters. Okay, so that's gonna be that. And we're gonna have 2 heads right here and 1 head on top. So I think we're good. We got a haha the guy. I don't know what that means. Okay. That is not bad looking. So now I gotta make some skulls. And the skulls have a very distinct pattern to them. So let's go like... What does a skull look like? Skulls are strange. Again, we're going for more of a Minecraft-y sort of look. So if I pop this down... Barrel, how's it going? We're making the Wither from Minecraft. We'll do a little bit of that. And we'll do a little bit of this. I'm doing good. Kind of a little spacey. Kind of a little in my own head all day. But nothing too terrible. We'll pop it out like that. Put on some modifiers. Okay, so now I really want to sell the idea that it's more of a square. I didn't accidentally mean to make, like, the most smooth-looking head you've ever seen in your life. So we're going to grab just you, VZ, pull these guys in. Beryl, how are you doing? How's life treating you? I kind of think we want to do 2. 2 like that. And then this guy can be VZ ripped. messed it up. Why have I messed this up? What's happening? 3. 1, 2, 3. VZ rip. VZ rip. Why is it only ripping one of them? Merge vertices by distance. Got nothing. VZ. VZ. Oh, now it worked. That was weird. Okay, so now we got a sad-looking guy. We pop out these little guys right here. And we should be looking pretty solid. If I pop in two faces right here, like that, and then squeeze them on down, and we delete them. Now we just gotta shape those eyes together. I should probably be mirroring this now that I'm thinking about it. Let's go ahead and remove that. Get rid of that in the back. Come here. And let's delete all this. Okay, so now we're here, and I want to pop in a mirror modifier above the subsurface. Now we gotta make them look mean. So let's go like that. Like that. Okay, he is pretty mean looking, I would argue. Let's go ahead and add in a little nose area. I'm having a discussion about anger management and mental health in Discord, and one of my friends has been typing for 50 minutes now, so I'm waiting for that insight. That's a scary feeling. I hope all is well. I don't know if the anger management is related to you or to a friend or whatever, but I can say that the way that you handle yourself in chat is pretty respectful. You know, we've had some people come and go who have been a little, like, rude, and you're not one of them. So, if you do suffer from anger management, it definitely doesn't show, or at least it doesn't show online, which is good. So, in that respect, I think you're doing a great job. Okay, this is a monster man. It's possible that it's not you, in which case then, you know, whoever it is, I hope that they're doing all right. Okay, so we got kind of just a rude dude. Kind of just a real rude dude over here. So if I curve up this, like that, and we pop all this up. Now, this isn't a skull. I think the goal was to make a skull, but I did make something demented. I kind of want to fix the mouth a little bit more. I kind of didn't intend for the mouth to look this bad. So let's face that real quick. Grab this, come down here, and put these two guys together. And then now we can go ahead and delete that face. Pumpkin wither. Kind of a pumpkin wither. I think if I... oh, that is a good shape right there. That's a really nice shape. Okay, let's stick to that for a sec. Like that. And then everything on the back here can be pushed forward just a little bit. Including this can be merged. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of flies that just decided to go crazy and start attacking me. If anybody has any, like, clear way to get rid of flies, please let me know. Because they've been here for maybe, like, 5 days. They've overstayed their welcome, for sure. I am over them. Okay, we're gonna pop that skull in there. What kind of flies? They're the little kind, like the little natty kind. Probably fruit flies, yeah. We took out our trash. We like fixed all of like our like gross stuff. Just kind of waiting for them to die, hopefully. Thank you, but is anger management my friends who has gotten into bad situations due to having anger management issues, so we were trying to help them. We have a channel dedicated to mental health, so that is where the spot right now. You started drawing with your left hand? You should embrace that. See how far down the rabbit hole you can go with your left hand. Well, I hope your friend's doing all right. It's always a little tough to watch a friend, you know, go through some stuff. But if it's been a problem that they've had for a long time, probably best that it just gets solved, you know? Okay, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and, in the subsurface, we're going to go ahead and join all this together and extrude that inwards. Extrude along normal. Like that. And then we're going to do the same thing to the nose. Extrude. Extrude along normal. And then we're going to push it on back. The mouth can stay open. Oh, he's haunted. The whole thing, I think this whole thing needs to be squished a bit. And I'm going to go ahead and apply these guys because I can't keep thinking about them. And I would really like to play with some ordering. Try putting some wine vinegar in a bottle and soap on the rim so they can't walk out. Yeah, we've done that. That didn't work. They didn't like that one. Beryl would like everybody to hydrate. Let's make sure to get a little bit of drinks. Don't keep water anywhere. Yeah, I think that's the main one. I think that's the one that we're struggling with. Okay, so let's pop this one up. We also have a lot of plants, which is becoming kind of an issue, so I'm worried about the plants. No, there's no old fruit. Nothing like that. It probably very well is the plants. Mine got fixed when I just didn't stay home for a long time. That's interesting. Okay, so this guy, I don't love this little thing that I did on top, so let's remove that. And let's bring down... Nope, that's fine. He's good. He's good the way he is. And we're going to grab just the inner part of his eye. Right there. And dissolve. 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 And we should be looking pretty keen. Go back to your right hand. You don't have to do what I have to say. You're fine. I'm going to pull this back out just a little bit. Up. And I think I'm going to call him here. The mouth is like definitely the worrying part for me. You know what? I will. I'll go ahead and extrude inside the mouth. I should have done this before I joined it all together. But is fine. We will extrude straight in. And I'm going to grab all of these. Like that. Just give him a nice little bevel. So now he's just like a rude dude. Just a mean looking guy. And if we pop him onto the skeleton, what does he look like? It kind of just looks like a baby head. Which is pretty horrifying. Let's up the sample of these guys. He's just kind of scary looking. You should have sculpted this. I love when people join our speed sketches. Okay, so we're gonna say that's about right. I still have 15 minutes. I don't have that short of a time window right now. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and... Do I want to do more to this? Honestly, okay, hold on. Looking at him, I can see clearly, come on. We want to simplify a lot of this head stuff. So let's dissolve some of this. Let's make him a little bit rudimentary. 2D is not your strong suit. 2D is not my strong suit either. I feel your pain. So now we should be even. I'm not sure how we got unraveled, but we're back. I kind of really want to box this guy out. So if I go like this... Too boxy. I think we will add a little bit of sculpting to him. I don't feel the pain, but 3D is gone. Yeah, I mean, you're not doing the 3D stuff, so you don't have to worry as much about that. Let's show our toolbars, and let's get some X symmetry going. Lower that strength down. Honestly, he probably just doesn't even need to be this far back. I think that's one of the biggest things about this. Like that. He just looks awful. He looks so scary. Get that nostril really tiny. Let's fix the mouth up a little bit. Okay, so he's going to be shooting a laser out of his mouth. I almost forgot about that, but we will not forget about the lasers. And... he just looks like a weird dude. Destroy them with lasers? Basically. If we go like... oh, we can make some weird shapes. Okay, here we go. This is going to be a way to do this. There we go. That's more along the lines of what I was thinking initially. Now he just looks like... I mean, he literally looks withered. He looks like a withered man. Which is precisely the name. He kind of looks like those creatures from Jak and Daxter. He kind of looks like whatever the ancient civilization from Jak and Daxter is. Okay, boom. I like this a lot more. That is very intimidating. Eyes are too high up. It's too late now. Can't be helped. You know what? I got 10 minutes. Tell you what we'll do. We're gonna grab this guy. We're gonna sculpt him. And I'm gonna give this one, yeah, I'm gonna give this one a forehead just for you. We're gonna make him a little bit more round. Just like that. We'll go ahead and buff him out just a little bit right there. It's too much buffing. These flies just will not stop trying to give me kisses. Like they're just kissing me. That's all they're doing. They're coming up, they're touching my nose. They say, "Hey, we're here," and they leave. It's like, enough. I'm sick of it. Okay, so we'll call that it on that face. So, boom. Make that just a little bit smaller. It looks like so many different things. I'm realizing how often this concept has been used in fiction. So this is gonna be across cube. Yep, perfect. So we've made a terrible monster here. And let's give him a laser. So I think it's going to be in our best interest to apply the mirror here and move one of you... oh wait, hold on, actually. Before we apply the mirror, I'm going to give you 2 lasers. You're going to get 2 lasers out of me. Just for you, Joe. You get 2 lasers. So first things first, let's make a node. World settings, we're gonna go to this. Let's give him overcast. And then I'm gonna go to object, grab you. We're gonna call this Wither Black. And then I'm gonna go into edit mode. Come on. This should definitely be a job for Evie. Should I be doing this more intelligently? Yes, I should. Okay, so that's that. He kind of has a mumbo-jumbo vibe as well. It might be cool if only one eye... Okay, let's do one eye highlighted. This one is going to be assigned red. Okay. Now we grab you, and we're going to do the same thing, except you're going to get both of your eyes. So this is going to be Wither Black. And then we're going to grab... just like that. All the way across. Boom. And now that can be assigned to that one, which will be that material assigned. Perfect. Okay, so we got them made. You will also be Wither Black. Let's just make it dark just so we can see. And now I gotta make lasers, and I have 4 minutes to make lasers. Oh gosh. Let's go ahead and make a cone. Sure. It'll be a really long cone. Just like that. And we will rotate that 90 degrees. And by that, I mean negative 90 degrees. Pop you up. Give you a little bit of a rotate that way, a little bit of a rotate this way. GZ. GX. GZ. There we go. That's good enough for me. Now we can mirror it. Mirror it across cube. Make sure they're smooth. And now we get going. So I got 7 minutes to do all of my materials. Oh gosh. This is gonna be tough. Okay, so let's start with, no. Let's start with the eyes. The eyes are bright white, super emissive. That's gonna be black. We're gonna switch to cycles. Not half bad. I think that's all we got to do there. So let's switch back over to Wither Black. Wither Black is this black color with a bunch of weird speckles all over it. I'm going to make it a little bit metallic because I can imagine that they're weirdly metallic. We're going to say 0.7, specular down to 0.1. Sheen, no sheen, no none of that. Okay. We're also probably going to add a little bit of a bumpy texture to it if I can handle it in the amount of time that I have. So, you are this color, you are black, and one in the middle is a little bit lighter. So it'll look roughly like that. Okay, now we pop in a noise. A noise didn't work. Musgrave might actually do the job a little bit better, so let's switch over to a Musgrave. Musgrave it is. Pop it on over here. That looks great. Dimension to 10. Dimension to 1 or 0.75. Switch these nodes around. We want the black to be the main one. Lachronicity down a lot, and the dimension down a ton. And we basically want the majority of this guy to be black. I kind of wanted to do some like edge detect sort of thing. So if I put in a bevel, oh gosh, I'm freaking out. Bevel. Bevel's right there. We pop a bevel on over to here. That is good enough for me. Mix RGB, pop you on over here. Factor to black. Make that black. There we go. I totally added my own flair to the wither, as you should have. Okay, so it's now 5 o'clock, so I gotta go. We're gonna do lasers. I'm gonna go absolutely buck wild on the lasers. Lasers are going to be principled volume. Okay, now the emissive strength is going to be 20. And by 20, I mean 100. And it is going to be color ramped. Color ramped to here with a texture, probably a Verneuil between bright red and bright blue. Okay, emissive's too high. Lay some zers for us. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so that looks nuts. This looks nuts. He looks crazy. Okay, so we're gonna want... I mean, I'm going with my favorite first and see what that looks like. Nope, not quite. So if we're getting up on the lasers, they look pretty nuts. We'll pop in object coordinates and we should be good. It's about as fast as I can think to make lasers, and the glow is showing up nice on here. There was one thing I wanted to add. Oh, it was a bit of a crumble. We wanna mess this guy up a little bit. I wanted to add a mix RGB, pop you over here, bada boom. Put in a Verneuil. Where you at? Verneuil. We want a bump. And the factor is going to be based on white. White. And instead of that, it is smooth. That didn't work at all. Okay, well, never mind. Let's get rid of that. Instead, I'm just going to crack his skin a little bit. So we're just going to go ahead and pop that into height, pop that into normal, and we should have little cracks all over the place with a distance of 10. Yours shoots lasers from the nose. Good. As he should. So this is my attempt at making the wither. I sort of really don't like the eye looking like that, so I'm just going to take a moment to fix that eye. We're going to go ahead and just do it like this. I believe it's actually one further, so we'll do it just like that. There we go. And I'll go back to my nodes. And I'm going to make another slot, and we're going to assign you that. And make this a red emission with a black base. And we'll give that red emission like a strength of 10. There we go. There he is. Here's my awful looking dude that has no like silhouette. He has no separation between his parts. But that's him. Shooting like crazy. So I'll save him. And let's check out what you guys made. So I'm going to pop on over to Discord. Just a sec. Joe, did you make one? Joe, when are you going to start joining us for these quick sketches? Nah. Why not? All right. Simo. Yo. I just got blown out of the water. That's... That's nuts. That's crazy. That is as crazy as it gets. You made all this? You didn't use pre-made, like, meshes or anything? There's no way. How did you make this in 30 minutes? There's no way you made this in 30 minutes. This is crazy. I didn't even know, like, what the process... You might have repurposed some old assets, so I thought. I'm like, there's no way you did this. Like, I know I'm not amazing, but like, okay, they're yours. That's fair. If this was a game jam, we'd accept that. That's all right. I can't believe how crazy that is. Wow. All right, CQDK, let's see it. Let's see your render. While you do that, I'm gonna switch over to my camera. Wow, I can't believe how good Simo's looks. Holy cow. Let's go ahead and GZ on up. GZ. I'll go ahead and head back to no view so we can just kind of go for it. We're gonna go GX over RZ. There we go. GY. I'm learning all my controls. I'm trying to be a little bit faster with my controls. We're getting there. We want RX, RY. Oh gosh. RX. There we go. GZ up. GY to come back. GX to come back. GX. GY. And GZ. Alright, that's my final render. Okay, we're gonna go back to checking out your post. That's definitely in your style. I like the tail, the little wispy tail. That's cool. Yeah, very triangular. You like stuck to a design language super well. These fangs are lovely too. Very cool. Very, very cool. So did one of the hands get blown off? What happened to the hand? That one got chopped off. It got defeated already. It lost an arm. That makes sense. Very cool. Well then. Let's just say that. Yeah, sure. No worries. Well, with that has been streamed today. It's 3 hours. It felt like I sprinted the whole time. So tomorrow, I think we're going to dig back into the slots a little bit. And maybe I'll try and shake things up a little bit. Try and wake myself up a little bit more before we get started. 11 p.m. already. That's not bad. 11 p.m.? I ain't hating 11 p.m. So yeah, I am out. I'm going to be back tomorrow. Same time, same place, same mesh, all that sort of stuff. So see you when I see you. Otherwise, thank you for joining. And if you need me, I'll be on Discord. Peace.